Consider this, $150. The price of a boozy night out or a mass-produced trench from Zara. Surely this amount can't buy you a full-blown luxury experience like flying business class from Australia all the way to Europe. Wrong. That's exactly what this can buy you with a classic reward seat on Japan Airlines with Qantas points. And even better, it's the cheapest way to fly business from Australia to Europe. Lounge access, a lie-flat suite, attentive service, and inspired cuisine. JAL delivers all this and more. Of course, you can experience this incredible trip for yourself, and in this video, I'll show you exactly how. With some savvy point hacking, JAL's immaculate business class cabin can be your home away from home for 25 blissful hours. And as the cheapest way to fly from Australia to Europe on Qantas points, requiring a minuscule $146 cash payment plus points, it's a no-brainer for cost-conscious jet setters. So the service in JAL is the best I've ever experienced in the sky. Like, they escort you to your suite, they get you settled, you get a glass of champagne, and throughout the flight, I just got treated like absolute royalty. In fact, I actually felt a little bit unworthy of the treatment because, I haven't won any Nobel Prizes, but it was absolutely incredible. The other thing I loved and that really, really stands out to me was the Japanese cuisine. I had the Japanese breakfast from Melbourne to Tokyo, and it was just exquisite. It was this bento box with all of these beautiful little dishes, and it was just so delicious. And then I progressed from champagne to sake to plum wine, and it was great. JAL's Sky Suite on the 787, and they also have it on the 777, has this really unique layout. So it's 2-2-2 in business class. Often it's 1-2-1. But the cool thing, so I had a window suite. But the cool thing is that you have direct aisle access, even on the window, because they have this nifty little kind of corridor. So, you're ensconced in your own private suite. Like, the seat itself was super, super comfy, and it kind of nailed the balance between being super cozy, but also spacious. Yeah, it was really lovely. Booking is super simple, so all you need to do is go on the Qantas website and search Melbourne to Frankfurt as a classic reward. So admittedly, finding availability direct can be a little tricky, so just be flexible with your dates. If you want to learn more about the best ways to find classic reward availability, we've actually got a great video on this channel, link in the description. Once on the ground in Europe, the pleasures of Belgium await. In Brussels, I stayed 2 nights at the Petite Hotel de Galeries for $365 per person twin share. And here's a hot tip, request room 36 for amazing views over the historic Galerie St. Hubert. Of course, I booked this hotel through Qantas Hotels to earn points towards my next luxe getaway. So I was staying in the beautiful Old Town, which I highly recommend, and my first impression was just the history and these amazing old buildings. The Gothic architecture was incredible. And, I'm a massive foodie, and the food was actually really delicious. I'm not actually a beer drinker, I'm a wine snob, but I discovered this Kriek cherry beer, which is a Belgian thing, and it was so delicious. So I basically just drank that. And they also had these signature gray shrimp croquettes, which were really yummy. And then I had this rabbit with cherries dish, which was just delish. Yum. After my 2 nights in Brussels, I hop on a 45-minute train ride north to Antwerp, the city of diamonds, where I base myself at the equally shiny Sapphire House. 3 nights at this centrally located gem set me back just $500 per person. So I'd never been to Antwerp, I'd never been to Belgium. People kept telling me how cool Antwerp was, and I was like, yeah, sounds nice. And then I got there and I spent 3 days there, and I was like, this city actually has rocketed itself up to my favorite city in the world to tie with Paris, which is an achievement. Antwerp's this amazing kind of blend of cutting edge fashion and design, which, I love. But then it's also got the beautiful historic Gothic architecture as well. It's a port city, so it's on a river. And the other cool thing about it is that the people are so warm and welcoming that I actually made like 4 friends in 3 days. The coolest thing, I would say probably 2 things. My hotel, Sapphire House, was just so beautiful. It's in this 16th century building, and inside it's just like the interiors are stunning, the service was amazing, and it's really, really central, so I just walked everywhere in the old town. But then the other thing was this incredible restaurant called De Pierderstal, which serves like authentic Belgian cuisine, and it was so good. The lobster was like a revelation. I just adored it. So heading home, I caught the Eurostar from Brussels to London and then flew out of London to Melbourne via Colombo on SriLankan Airlines Business Class aboard the A330. I'm mad for fashion, so the first thing I noticed really, sitting ready to board was the cabin crew walking past, these women in these amazing saris that are like peacock and burnt orange, and they exposed their midriffs, and they had these like beehive hairdos and this makeup that they could have been on a Bollywood film set, so that that won me over to begin with. It was just a really different experience. There was nothing bland or kind of typical about SriLankan Airlines Business Class. It was, the food was super authentic, like super spicy. It actually nearly killed me. The seats were super comfy. So it was like a 1-2-1 layout in business class, and I had a window suite, of course, my favorite thing. It was kind of really open, a really airy, really, really comfy lie flat bed. I had an amazing sleep. So I transited in Colombo, and so I had access as a business class passenger to their flagship Serendib lounge. So it's not big, but it's really nice design. It's got these amazing kind of wooden doors which you open to walk in, and a Sri Lankan buffet, free flow champagne, really nice rest area. So that was a super comfy way to spend a few hours. The flight home wasn't quite as cheap as the flight over in terms of fees and taxes, which came to $921, but it's the same 159,000 Qantas points to fly business class home from Europe. Again, the whole flight can be booked through the Qantas website. Just make sure to find those business reward seats. In total, my luxe 8-day European jaunt costs just 318,000 Qantas points in business class, plus $2,609 per person, a saving of $11,477 off the cash price. And don't forget, by using a points earning credit card to purchase everything and booking accommodation through Qantas Hotels, I was able to recoup thousands of those Qantas points that I spent on the trip. From Australia, a European getaway can quickly run to 5 figures, requiring years of saving and sacrifice. But it doesn't have to be this way. By harnessing the magic of frequent flyer points, you too can fly return to Europe in business class and save thousands off the price of a cash ticket. While there are many ways to earn points, and you'll find plenty of tips on how to do that over at pointhacks.com.au, credit card sign-up bonuses are the fastest way to build up your points balance. There's a link below in the description to find our favorite sign-up deals, so go check it out. Of course, Belgium is just one of the many incredible destinations we've jetted to on points. Check out my recent trip to Boracay here, or find out how to fly the cheapest Emirates first class flight in the world right here. See you next time.